10 tips to get better at boxing. Hello and welcome back to Healthy Drops. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. In today's video, we are here with 10 tips to get better at boxing. So let's start with the first. 1. No more sanctioning bodies. This is the most obvious and important change to make. For anything else in this sport to evolve, first we have to abolish the alphabet groups and establish a formal commissions. With the eradications of all sanctioning bodies, we wave goodbye to criminally suspect ranking sports, egregious sanctioning fees, the proliferations of titles, and having multiple champions in the same weight class. Instead, we would introduce an international commission that governs the entire sport based on reason and merit, with a structure in place to ensure proper rankings. Some things like the transnational boxing ranking sport. With one champion per divisions, the sky is the limit. 2. Overtime rounds. Picture this. Two boxers go at each other for 12 rounds, each scoring a few knockdowns as the momentum sways from one man to the other across the fight. The judges tally up the score, hand them to ring announcer, and after letting the tensions in the arena reaches a nearly unbearable crescendo, he reveals a unanimous draw across all three cards. Everyone goes home aggressively unsatisfied. 3. Same-day weigh-ins. Of all the ideas of this list, this one has the best chance of being implemented. There's an obvious purpose to having weigh-ins the day before fights. After killing themselves for the previous month to make weight, fighters need to replenish before going into the ring. However, given the extent to which modern fighters rehydrate in the ensuing 24 hours, the door is wide open for size discrepancies to have disastrous consequences. The most common example is Arturo Gatti 2-round destructions of Joey Gamache back in 2000 that ended Gamache's career and left him with permanent brain damage. That's an extreme example, but Gotti only outweighed Gamache by 15 pounds, and we often see gaps wider than that these days. The solution seems simple. Fighters weigh in on the morning of the contest with enough time to properly rehydrate but not gorge themselves into a new weight class. 4. Zero-sum purses. Mismatches are a massive waste of time, but how do you stop fighters from accepting a paycheck even if the outcome is almost predetermined? Winner takes all purses. Here's how it works now. Say your fighter is the champion of his divisions and you want him to take an easy fight or a tune-up. Fine, but if he chooses to fight someone outside of the top 10, he has to put his entire purse on the line. Same goes for the challenger. How many champions are willing to risk their title and their purse just to take an easy fight? It's the ultimate put your money where your mouth is scenario. 5. Start fights earlier. There's no excuse for entering the ring on a Saturday and leaving it on a Sunday. The TV stations will complain because they premiere new movies at 7 p.m. on Saturdays, but Transformers: Revenge of the Mechanical Fart Moth will just have to wait until later, like we do now. 6. 5 judges. Most competitive dance-based sports use a 5-judge systems where the 2 widest scoreboards are dropped and the middle 3 are used as official scores. Boxing should follow this model to safeguard against incompetence and corruption. It would add another layer of insulations against stupidity and misconduct, and boxing needs as many of those as it can get. 7. Allow refs to cut the tape. The tape on a fighter's glove comes loose and trashes around like an angry tapeworm for half a round until the ref finally calls time and walks him over to his corner. The corner then fumbles around at half speed while giving their men a long list of instructions. It's unfair and a waste of time. Just give the ref a roll of tape and a little pair of scissors. 8. No testing for recreational drugs. Overturning a decision because a fighter tested positive for recreational, that is non-performance enhancing drugs, is archaic and shows a fundamental misunderstanding of how drugs work. Boxing is a hard sport. If a fighter wants to take the edge off by smoking marijuana or doing a couple lines a few weeks before fight, who cares? 9. No training while suspended. This would be hard to enforce, but nevertheless, if a fighter is suspended for taking performance-enhancing drugs, he should not be allowed to train. If boxing is serious about cleaning up its act, the punishment dished out should reflect that. Most elite boxers take 6 months off between fights anyway, so a suspension isn't a huge deal. If any banned fighter caught in a gym had their suspensions extended by a year, they would think twice before wolfing down another Mexican clenbuterol burger. 10. Video replays for cuts and fouls. Boxing is a fast, nuanced sport and referees have a thankless job. If referees miss a call in a blink of an eye, they can be blamed for ruining a fight. We should implement a system that protects the referees against forgivable mistakes and reward the fighters with accurate calls. Let's use video replays to determine cause of cuts and the accuracy of slips and foul calls. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing videos from us.